Okay, so Maureen, what we will be doing today, we'll go over the assignment,
Mhm.
and then I have some translation of verbal to algebraic I want to share with
Uh,
you.
Good
And
afternoon,
then,
everybody.
hello,
okay, Mercy.
Mercedes. I don't, where are you? I don't see you.
I
I don't
didn't I didn't put on my camera.
know, but I mean, I don't see your name.
You see my name is there.
There it is. I see it.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I see yours, but now I don't see.
I see Maureen, I see mine, I see yours, and
I
I see
see
Rebecca.
yours, and then I saw Miss Beckles, and she went away. But I don't. I only see you, and then when I saw Maureen, I didn't see you.
You see
No,
me
but
now?
I see you both. I see your name, yes,
Okay, and I
Mercedes
see
Black,
somebody in a car a while ago and they're gone again.
and but I didn't. I don't see Maureen. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. But I don't. I don't. I saw you, and then Mercedes came on, then you disappeared.
I'm still there. Hold
Yeah, I know
on.
you're there, but Maureen is not here. I can hear. Okay, you just muted yourself.
You can hear me?
Sorry.
Yeah, now Maureen, I can see you.
You
I
can
can see
hear
your
me?
name and I can hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I see
So
Cassidy. Cassidy is there too.
Chastity there. I don't see.
Yeah, I see her name pop up, but she's
Okay.
muted.
All right. Well, let me just repeat what I just said. We will go over the assignment, and then I have some verbal to the algebraic that I want to go over with you that you'll see in some problems.
Okay.
And then we'll be looking at the algebra, addition, and subtraction. We've been
Wait.
doing it, but I noticed you still having problems as knowing what to do when you solving the equations.
Oh, Miss Barbara, let me apologize for not giving you my assignment. I have a bad week this week. My week this week wasn't so good for me.
Well, this was the optional one anyway. This one was optional. The one today will be due Monday. That's the one that's
Okay, great.
required. Okay. And so we'll look at algebra, addition, and subtraction, and also simplifying expressions. All right, let's get started with number one. Maureen, did you look at the assignment?
Yeah.
So what was your answer for number one? Read number one and tell me your answer.
A coefficient is best. Let me move this. Hold on. A coefficient is best defined as. I got
Read them all, A, B, C, D, and then tell
a
me your
number
answer.
that stands by itself, a
No.
letter that represents a missing number, a number being multiplied by a variable, and a number after the variable.
Now, A, the number that stands by itself, what is that?
That's a variable. No.
The number that stands by itself, Maureen, what is that?
Coefficient.
I don't know.
Maureen?
A number that stands by itself is a variable.
Yes. No, what is it, Mercedes? What did you say?
Coefficient.
No, a number that stands by itself is a constant.
Oh, constant.
Remember I gave you a vocabulary, constant,
I need to put those in my head.
variables.
I'm sorry.
It's like 2T and X. I know those.
Okay. A letter that represents a missing number. What is that?
The variable.
That's the variable.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Maureen, what is the answer?
I put D, a number after the variable.
Okay, so you're saying, okay, here's a variable. Here's a number. You're saying that's a coefficient? The 6? That's a number. There's a variable C.
Uh,
There's a number 6. The number after the variable is 6. Is that a
six.
coefficient, Maureen?
No.
So what's the answer?
Yeah.
A number that stands by itself, we just said, was a constant.
Oh yeah, constant.
So what's the answer, Maureen?
B.
A letter
A
that
letter
represents a
that-
missing number
C.
is a variable.
Oh, but it's she. And
Okay,
a number being multiplied by variable.
that's right.
Oh,
Yeah, yes, because if you had the 6 in front of the C, then that's a coefficient, right?
oh,
That's a number being multiplied by a variable. So
right.
answer C.
Thank you.
Mercedes, you following?
Yes, miss.
So you see why your other answers were not correct?
Me, miss?
Both of you.
No, I said C.
No, that's not what you said first.
Oh, you was oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
you got
Sorry.
C by
Apologize.
eliminating everything else. But I
Yes.
tried to go through it with you so you say the number that stands by itself. That's what?
Constant.
Constant. A letter that represents a missing number is what?
Variables.
Variable. A number being multiplied by a variable, 6 multiplied by the variable C, that's the coefficient.
Coefficient.
Remember I told you it was always a number in front of the variable.
Yes.
That's the coefficient. All right, I want to make sure you understand the vocabulary because that's very important with the algebra. Okay, and the number after the variable, C6, that's not any of these. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 2.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so sorry. Like always,
Hello,
I'm driving.
Chastity.
problem,
Change
Chastity.
your name, Chastity, please. You just got iPhone.
I did it.
I
I did it
saw-
first.
I saw
Yeah, I did it.
iPhone.
No, yeah, I did it first. I renamed it, and then it kicked me off, and then I like did it again. Just give me 1 second, because I'm like driving. I'm just picked up my.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, okay?
Yeah. She put it
Okay.
in the first time.
Yeah. Okay, Mercedes, read number 2. Tell me the answer.
Let me see. Translate this phrase into the algebraic expression 8 less than a product of 4 and a number. Use the variable m to represent the unknown number.
So I gave you a variable. So which one is correct?
So it said 8 less than the product of 4
This
and
is
a number.
expression.
8 less, so
That's what you are
Um,
translating.
use the variable m to 8 less than. Is the answer B, miss?
What does 8 less mean, Mercedes? When you say
It
8
means-
less, what did that tell you? 8 less mean?
8 less than a number and a or the
Just
less than-
8 less.
Oh,
Just the
this
8 less. What does that mean? That
8
means, remember I told you when you see the number less, it means you're subtracting that number.
number from 8. So the answer is
No,
B.
no, wait a minute. That means you're subtracting that number 8 from something. And what are you subtracting that number from?
4.
From what?
4.
Doesn't it say product?
Oh, sorry. Multiply.
What's the product?
Subtract. I'm mixing up.
When you
my
say
words.
product, what mathematical operation is a product?
Is
Gives you a
that
product.
is that subtraction?
No, no,
Division then.
no, no. Maureen, product?
But it's multiply.
Multiplication, yes.
Oh.
Remember I went through this and said
Oh
sum
yeah.
is
I
from
put both of
adding,
them
difference
after the two
from
numbers.
subtraction, product from multiplication, and quotient from division. You forgetting some real basic things you need to go forth with this algebra with understanding, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, but that's my issue every time too. I tend to forget.
Yes, but those are basics. Let me just go
You're
back
right.
up here.
You're right,
Those
Miss-
are basics.
Miss
Add,
Barbara, you're right.
when you add, what do you get, Mercedes?
Add
Mercedes,
Add.
what's the result of addition?
in the algebraic.
No, no. Just think of adding. Forget algebra. Just simple adding. 6 plus 4 equals 10, right? What
Yeah.
is the 10?
And it's a bigger number.
What is it?
It's a bigger number.
No, no. We're talking vocabulary now. What is it?
The product of.
No, product is multiplication.
Flipping me
It's
so
the
much.
sum,
Yeah, the sum of the
right?
Right here
So if you say 4
for uniform.
plus 6, and I said equal 10. 10 is the sum of those two numbers,
Okay.
right? Is that clear now?
Yes. I'm sorry.
So when you add, you get a sum. Now let's go to subtraction. Okay. When you subtract, what do you get? I'll say these.
The difference.
Difference. Okay. So if you had 10 minus 6 equal 4. This is basic vocabulary, not just for algebra, it's arithmetic vocabulary. And when you multiply, Maureen, what do you get? Result of multiplication.
You get the product.
Product, very good. Okay. Product. So if you had 4 times 6, oh, I'll leave it 6 times 6, that's equal 36. Okay. 36 is the product. Dividing. What do you get, Mercedes? When you divide?
Slip me now.
What's the result of a division statement?
I don't remember, miss.
Is it the product?
No,
the
the product is
quotient.
multiplication.
It's the
It's
quotient of it.
quotient.
Is it how you say it?
Quotient.
Wait,
Quotient.
quotient.
Now, if you don't know how to pronounce the word, what you can do is go to your computer, put the word in, and click on the little sound symbol, and it'll pronounce it for you.
Yeah, I know.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Unfamiliar words, that's a good way to really get the pronunciation, because we all can't pronounce everything. Sometimes we
Can
need
you
help.
do? Can you
But
do
when
it for
it comes-
iPhone?
but-
You
but
can do
it
it,
comes-
yes, you can do it on the
Yeah.
phone. You can do it on
Yeah.
your computer, the phone. Just,
I-
like
but
you're
the
looking up a
iPhone.
word and you said, oh,
No.
how do you
Oh.
pronounce that word?
Go to Google.
I do it on Google.
Oh, yes, right,
Yeah.
right.
iPhone
Maureen.
is
Can
a
you go to Google?
smartest phone.
Yeah, I
So
can do it on Google. Yeah.
Okay, thank
Just
you.
ask them. Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah, you could, that's true. Okay.
I go on Google all the time.
16 divided by 4 is 4. 4 is the quotient. Any questions on the definitions of the mathematical operations?
no, Mr. Actually, not to embarrass.
No.
Because this is very, very important, okay?
Okay.
Because sometimes, like here where we said, and the reason I say this is important, look when it said here, 8 less than the product. If you don't know product is multiplication, then you don't know to multiply by 4 and a number, right?
Okay.
Okay, now, Mercedes, back to your answer. Which one of these is 8 less than the product of 4 and a number?
Which one of them is 8
Number
less,
2.
um 8 less than is it number D?
That's right, D. Very good, okay. Answer. Maureen, did you have that?
Yeah.
Remember I say when you say 8 less, you mean you're subtracting that number from something. And the
Yeah.
only place where you see 8 subtracted from something is D, right?
Okay.
So you can eliminate everything else because that's the only one where 8 is subtracted from something. Product of 4 and a number, that means 4 times the variable m, because I gave you the variable. So 4m minus 8. Questions on number 2?
No, thank you, miss.
Maureen, how would you say A in words?
You mean answer A?
No, yes, A. I want you to translate that to a word phrase. It's in an algebraic expression. What would you say for A in words?
How about that in words?
Yes, how would you say A in words?
I don't know.
You see a subtraction, you see a multiplication. Mercedes, do you know how you would say A in words?
Trying to see if I
It was
can.
like,
A would say A is more than the product of 4 than a number.
No, no, no.
Less than.
Think of your
more than.
operations. No, we're not talking
You were saying, I don't know.
inequalities here.
Oh Lord.
This is a subtraction.
Yeah,
This is
and
a
a multiplication.
multiplication,
Yeah.
right? So,
Uh,
so Maureen, what would you say then?
I don't know. I was A minus 4.
What would you say?
I would say A minus, I don't know. I would say 4 multiplied by 8. 4m multiplied by 8.
No, that's 4 times m.
8
What would you
greater
say,
than.
Mercedes?
8 greater than.
No, don't go to greater or less than. These are not inequalities.
Okay.
Okay. This is a subtraction. This is a multiplication. Put it in words.
Okay. 8 is the coefficient. The coefficient
No, 8 is a constant.
occurs by itself.
That's right.
Oh,
Number that stands by itself right here.
that's my problem. Sometimes I can't remember how to write out the words and phrase. So
Yeah.
I got
It's
just
4 multiplied by.
No, you think of the operation. There's a subtraction going on here, right there,
And a
8 minus
multiplication.
4, and then there's a multiplication. Say that in words, Maureen. Let's take the
Yeah.
first one. Take the
Yeah.
4. Okay, go ahead.
Oh. A minus, I don't know.
Go ahead, keep going.
A minus,
Now,
minus
now say this. What is
4
that? How would you say that?
4m.
No, you've got to give me an operation.
A minus,
This is a product.
A minus 4 multiplied by m. Oh.
Mhm.
A minus 4 multiplied by m. Or 8 minus the product of 4. Well, you wouldn't say m, you said a number. We said a number because I told you what the number we're using m. So 8 minus the product of 4 and a number.
Oh.
Or you could say the difference between 8 and 4, the product of 4 and a number. Because difference is what you would get when you subtract the 4m from the 8. So there are different ways you could say it, but
How would
you'd
you say
have
it,
to
miss?
say the product and you'd have to say the constant. What was it, Mercedes?
How did you say it, miss?
I said the difference, because this is subtraction, right? The
Yeah.
difference between 8 and the product of 4 and a number,
Oh,
just like here.
so you should say
Difference
the word
means
before we call the
subtracting.
number.
What is it?
You should say the word before we call the number.
No, you say the number 8. 8,
Is
the
the difference?
difference between 8 and the product of 4 and a number. That means you
Yes, I'm
put the
asking
8
you.
first and you
Is-
subtract the product 4
No, that's
times
what
the
I
number
mean.
from it.
I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. When you
What's
say
the
8, you say the difference first of all, the beginning sentence.
difference? That means the result of a subtraction.
Yeah, so I'm
So
saying
the
we should have said the difference first before we say 8, okay? That's what we should do.
no, you don't have to. I said there's more than one way of doing it.
Okay.
I'm just giving you different ways. You could have
Okay.
said difference between 8 and the product of 4 and a number. All right. You could have said 8 minus the product of 4 and a number.
Okay.
They're all correct. There's different ways. There probably other ways you could have written it. But the thing is, you can write it verbally. But I want you to know the key words like difference, that's a subtraction, and product, the multiplication.
Okay.
Now, knowing that, Mercedes, how would you say B?
What would I say be?
Mhm.
The product of 8. Oh boy. The product of 8M is the
Product, and this is a subtraction.
the
So you said the product of, what did you say? For the product of what?
8M,
No, 8 and a number.
8 and the number,
Okay.
subtracted 4. No.
The product of 8 and a
The
number.
number.
And how would you say the subtraction?
What is it again?
Well, you could say it just like this one, right? 4 less than the product of 8 and a number. Just
you
like
could
the
say
one
exactly
here,
the same.
except the 4 is being subtracted.
So you say 4 less than a number.
Yeah, just like this was 8 less than the product of 4 and a number. This
Okay.
is 4 less than the
Then-
product of 8 and a number.
Okay.
You got it? And this is 4 added to the product of 8 and a number.
Okay.
Or 4 plus the product of 8 and a number. You got it?
Yes, no problem. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I want you to be able to go both ways now. Given the verbal, translated the algebraic. All right. Given the algebraic, write it as the verbal. That means knowing your vocabulary, right?
Okay.
Questions number 2. Now,
Yes.
make sure you know your vocabulary. You know sum, difference, product, quotient, because you get these in problems. So you have to know what operation is being done, what mathematical operation.
Same boy, I'm too doubtful.
What? What is it, Mercedes?
I'm too doubtful. I'm too doubtful.
No, you got to have confidence in yourself. Say, I know this math. I can see this math. It will not defeat me. I got it. All right?
Okay.
Be positive, Mercedes. No
Okay.
negativism. Okay?
Okay.
And knowing that, Mercedes, I
Oh.
think you can do number 3. Read number 3 and tell me the answer.
I'll try. Write an algebraic expression for 3 times a number plus 16. 3
Okay.
times a number plus 16.
Now the number here is what? What are they calling the number? You can see it from the answers.
What do you call the number?
Yeah, a number. What is the number here? You can tell it. You can tell what it is from the answers, right?
Yeah.
So what's the number here? What is the variable?
It's I think it's 3.
No, 3 is a
16.
constant.
Huh?
3 is a constant. A number is a variable.
Oh, so it's n.
N, that's right. You can tell from the answers because all the answers have an N in it. So no,
Yeah.
a number is N.
Mhm.
Now, 3 times a number. What operation, Mercedes? 3 times a number.
Let's see. Is the
Yes.
answer
It's,
C?
well, ask you the operation. It's multiplication.
Mhm.
3 times the number is multiplication. So 3 times the N. So where do you see 3 in?
Let's see.
No place else, right? So
No
that's
place
your answer. And
Yeah.
you're adding 16. So
Yeah.
3 times the number N plus 16. Very good. I said you could get that one, Mercedes.
Okay.
Right?
Because if I try A, it would be wrong. Because that would be multiplying 3 by 16.
What is it?
If I had taken A, it would be wrong because that would be multiplying 3 by 16. 16
That's
by
right. A, you can eliminate because you're not multiplying 3 times a number. A number has to be a variable. You multiplying by a constant, so you know it can't be A, right? And what about B?
It couldn't be B because you say that is multiplying 16 by a number.
That's right. It's 16 by a number plus 3.
Yeah.
And what about D?
D is saying 3 plus a number plus 6 again.
That's it. You got it. See, you translated that excellent to the
Thank you.
verbal. 3 plus a number plus 6.
Yeah.
You got it. Making sense, right, Mercedes?
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
All right. Maureen, your turn. Number 4.
Okay, translate 2 times the sum of a number and 5. Okay.
And the number here is what? What is the number? Variable. It's a variable.
It could be anything, a Y, a Z, anything.
No, it can't be anything. You'll have to look at A, B, C, D. Where do you
It's
see what variable do you see? It's a Y.
Yeah,
So
Y.
the number is a Y, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the answer?
Must be 2 times a number and 5. I put B.
That's correct. 2 times the number Y plus the 5. Excellent. Okay, Mercedes, is that what you got?
So you want to go to the mall, okay?
Mercedes, is that what you
Yes.
got?
Yes, Miss Barber.
Okay, very good. All right, now let's go to number 5. 4 less than P.
Ooh,
Mercedes, which one? What's the answer?
4 less than P.
Now, when you see 4 less, remember I told you that means you're subtracting that number
Yes,
from
I know.
something. And that something is a number called what, Mercedes?
P.
P. So what's the answer?
Is that B?
Right. Very good. You got it.
Oh boy.
Excellent. Boy, y'all on a roll. That's beautiful. Okay, now we've got a word problem here. Maureen, I know you can do this one. Read 6, tell me the answer.
Translate the phrase into an algebraic expression. 57 more than 3 times score. use the variable G to represent Kate's score. Okay.
More than means what, Maureen? What does more than mean?
More than means more
What
than
mathematical operation?
more than means more than more than is like I can
What mathematical operation is more than?
more than is those upside down G's and
I
things on
don't
the
hear
way.
you.
Like more than is like you want the sign, right?
No, I'm not. We're not talking inequalities now.
Uh,
More than
and
is what
free
mathematical symbol? Addition,
multiplication,
subtraction, multiplication, division.
multiplication,
No. More than,
equal to. No,
These are equal to.
no. You either tell me addition, subtraction,
more than,
multiplication, or division.
Kate's score.
not multiply. Add.
Add, that's right. More than is add. Less than is
That is
subtraction,
right.
right?
Uh-huh.
More than is adding, right? So that
Yeah.
means you're adding 57 to something,
Uh-huh.
okay?
So 54 is more than.
So what's the answer, Maureen?
Okay, you say Kate score. Use the variable G.
That's right.
I had D.
You have D,
Yeah. So I say use. So I say 75 more than 3 times.
57.
Yeah.
That means you're adding the 57 to something.
Uh,
D, you adding something to 57. So it's not D. So then
let's
it
see.
must be what, Maureen?
B.
Almost the same.
But B
So
has B has 57 times a number.
yeah. And C got 3 minus 57. And the other one got
Oh, so they
oh,
are
3, it's A.
It's A, because you're
Yeah.
adding 57
The number
and you're
yeah.
adding it to the product of
G,
3G, right?
yeah,
3
yeah,
times G.
yeah.
So answer A. Did you get that, Mercedes?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Questions?
No, sometimes you read the sentence, makes it sound like it's back way.
Yeah, but 57 more than means you're adding 57
Yeah.
to something. And
Yeah.
where do you see 57 added to something? Well, you see it in D and you see it in A. But D says 3 times
Yeah.
something added to the 57. So the 57 is 57 more than, that means you're adding the 57 or something. D, you adding 3 times a number to 57. Do you see the difference?
I'm trying to see the difference here because the D has it's because the in D the 57 came first.
57 more than, that means 3 times Kate's score, you adding the 57 to it.
But
Whereas D, you taking the 57, you adding 3 times Kate's score. So three times, if you said 57, this would be 3 times Kate's score more than 57. Okay, then so there's a difference here. When it says 57 more than, that means whatever comes after the 57 has to be added to it, because it says more than, right?
yeah.
So you take 3 times the score, 3G, and add the 57.
I said the 57 is more than 3 times Kate's K's score.
Kate's score and use G. So that means that's a multiplication. That means 3G.
So
And
if
what are you adding in
multiply
3G?
it-
57, because it's
Yeah.
57 more than.
So if you multiply that, you're gonna get 3 times more.
No. This is 3. Well, you multiply times G,
I'm
you get
talking in
3
answer.
times the score. Yes.
Yeah.
But to that, you're adding 57.
Oh,
Got it?
yeah.
3 times Kate's score with G being the score. That's the 3G. 57 more is adding the 57. Got it?
Okay, Miss Barbara, thank you.
Okay. Right, I think that's it for the homework. Okay, now I want to look at some important translations for you. Let's see. Translating the verbal, I think this is it. Okay. Now I went through this before, but you can look at it again, the symbols that represents and the phrases that represent. See that more than, Maureen, you see that? That's plus, that means you're adding more than, okay? Those are the phrases, the less than, subtracting. Product, multiplication, times multiplication. Quotient, divided by ratio. Okay, number, anything from A to Z, any symbol. Now, what I want to do is show you some examples of things you'll see in problems. Now, when you see the sum of the length and width is 30. Sum means what, Mercedes?
It mean addition.
Mean addition. So that means you take the length plus the width, and the is equal, that's equal 30.
Yes.
Okay, so when you see that expression, and you'll see that in problems, the sum of the length and width is 30. Length, we're using L for the length, W for the width, those are the variables, equal 30, the constant.
Mhm.
More than means what, Maureen?
More than is plus.
That's it. You see it right over here, more than. Length is 4 more than the width. That means length, you've got the width, and you're adding 4 because it says 4 more than.
Mhm.
You got it?
So the length is 4 more than the
The
width.
length is, there's the equal, 4 more than the width. That means you add the 4 to the width, and we're using W.
Mhm.
Or you could say greater than, right? You could say greater than the width by 5. And that's still adding. Length is, as the equal sign, greater than the width by 5. So you're adding 5 to the width. Got it?
So when you say length is greater than the 5, sorry,
Length is greater than the width by 5.
It means you're going to multiply by 5.
No, you're not multiplying. Greater than is adding.
Yeah.
Greater than is adding.
Because I see by.
Just like by 5. That means you're going to increase it by 5.
Oh.
It didn't say divided by. Length is greater than the width by 5.
Okay.
All right. So that means you will add 5 to the width, and that's equal to the length. So the more than and the greater than are the same. It means you're adding. Okay.
Yes, miss.
The consecutive integer after the integer n is 20. Now, when you say consecutive integer, what do you think you mean? What do you think that means? That means just increase it by 1. You're counting numbers. You say 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So when you add 1, you get the next number. That's what you mean by consecutive. So if the consecutive integer after the integer n is 20, you say n, that's the integer, plus 1 equals 20.
Okay.
All right? Questions?
No, Miss, I remember this new one.
No. When you add 1 to the integer and you get the next one. So it's just like counting numbers. What number comes after 5?
6.
6. How did you get 6? You added 1 to the 5.
Okay.
That's all that means. You just add 1 to the 5. Jane is 2 years older than Alice. You see that in age problems, right? J for Jane, A for Alice, and you add 2 to Alice's age to get Jane's age. That's how you would write it. If you had a word problem, said Jane is 2 years older than Alice, you set Jane, J for Jane, equal to Alice, A, and 2, because 2 years older means you're adding 2, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
And the next one is very similar. If someone ran farther than another person, you'll add, right? Alice ran 5 kilometers farther than Jane. So Alice will be equal to what Jane ran plus the 5.
5. Yeah.
Got it?
Yes, Miss.
These are just some of the things you see in word problems. And that means you got to translate them into an algebraic expression or in this case into an equation. Okay, because all of these say have the is. That means they all will have equal signs, right? Notice they all have is, except this one when it says farther than Jane. Then you got to set it equal to Jane plus 5. Now, here's another thing you'll see. The product of the length and width is 50. That's a multiplication, right? Product, you multiply L for the length times W, that's equal to 50. All right. And what do we call this? What do we call that in math? Other than a product, what else is it? Length times width gives you area, remember?
Yes.
Okay. The length is twice the width. That means 2. Twice means 2, right?
Yeah.
So length is equal 2 times the width. John took half the number of marbles. So what John took, M is representing marbles, multiply 1/2 times M, and you have what John took. Here's a division. Length divided by width equal 5. The length divided by the width is equal, that's 5. Questions? Now, if John traveled 100 miles in 2 hours, right? How many miles would he travel in 1 hour, Mercedes?
John traveled 100 miles in 2 hours.
How many miles would he travel in 1 hour?
50.
50, that's right. That's what 100 over 2 is. That's 50.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a subtraction. The difference between Jane's age and Alice's age is 10. So Jane's age, J, minus Alice's age is, there's the equal 10. Now, the line here means the absolute value. And when you use the absolute value, you don't worry about the sign. Okay. John has 10 fewer coins than Alice. That's a subtraction, right? Fewer.
Yeah.
John equals Alice number of coins minus 10. So these were just some of the things you'll see in problems. And I want you to be able to translate them into the algebraic equation, because these are the common ones you see. Like I said, the length, the width, product of length and width, and sum, and of course perimeter. I didn't put it here. Perimeter, you see that a lot. And you know perimeter is what? Maureen, what's the formula for perimeter?
Or perimeter?
Mhm.
Perimeter is 2 lengths, 2 width,
2 lengths plus 2 width.
plus that 2 width.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 lengths plus 2 width. Now we will look at algebra. Now we'll look at addition and subtraction. And then later we'll look at multiplication and division. So we're going to do this in steps, rather than I gave you some before and we had them combined, but we'll just do addition and subtraction. Then later we'll do multiplication and division. So let me bring up addition. Oh, before we do that, I want to do a little pre-quiz for you. Okay, before we look at addition and subtraction, I want to look at some problems here and I want to see if you can solve them. Now, these are used in addition and subtraction. Now, evaluate, that means substitute a number for the variable in the expression and then solve it. So, the first number 1, I want you to solve that. Evaluate x plus 4 when x equal minus 3. That means you will put the minus 3 for the x. So do that. Tell me what you get. So let's put the x plus 4 here. Now substitute the minus 3 for the x and tell me your answer. Mental math. Mercedes, you have an answer?
What is actually now evaluate x plus 4 when x equal
Minus
negative
3. That
minus
means that x right here, you want to put a minus 3. Tell me what you get.
-7.
What do you get, Maureen?
What's minus 1? Elevate expression means to.
Okay, let me put the minus 3 now. It looks like you've forgotten your sign rules. Okay. When you add unlike signs, what do you do, Mercedes?
You add.
What do you do, Maureen?
I'm subtracting. Pardon me, I'm sorry.
Okay, so what is this equal to, Mercedes, when you subtract?
That would equal to 1, but I'm thinking a different way. That's why I say 7, because I'm thinking that 4 subtracted from 7 give you a -3. So I misunderstood right there.
No. How did you misunderstand? When it says put the minus 3 in for the x. So when you add a minus 3 and a plus 4, what do you get, Mercedes?
And I put.
You just told me the answer. So what did you get?
First I said it was 1.
Yeah, that's the answer. So where did you get 7 from?
So I'm saying I misunderstood and do it a different way, because I look at.
No, where did you get 7? Tell me how you got 7.
I look at x plus 4 when x equal positive negative 3. So I said 4 plus 3 equals 7.
You just threw away the negative.
Oh,
Is that what you did? Just threw away the negative?
I am saying that 4 and 3 makes 7. So if you
Yes,
subtract
but
4,
Mercedes, that's not 3. That's a -3.
yeah,
Isn't it? Isn't that a -3?
yes.
So where did you get a +3 from?
That's why I said I misunderstood the evaluation that you gave.
No, evaluate is just to substitute a number for the variable. So if X is a -3, where you see the X, put the -3, like what I did here.
Okay.
But when you're adding unlike signs, you subtract.
Yes, I know. I know that one. I get that one in my head so straight.
Yeah, I know you said that, but I'm wondering, how did you get the 7?
I'm sorry, Miss Barbara. Let me just cut off this call.
How did you get 7? Mercedes, how did you get 7? You're on mute.
I'm sorry, Miss Barbara. Yes, I'm saying that I look at 4 and say 4 sub 7. I put 7 where the X should be and say 4 take away.
You put 1?
I put the 7 where the X is and says 4 from 7, leave 3.
You put 7 where the X is. You mean you put a 7 here?
Yes.
But 7 and 4 is 11.
No, I'm saying 3 and 4 is 7. If you subtract 4 from 7, it leave 3. So I was looking at it a different way. I'm sorry. But I
Did
understood
you substitute a -3 for the X like I
no.
did here?
No, before you say that, I just tell you how I had it in my mind. But then you correct it.
No, I'm just saying, did you follow the instructions where you substitute the value for
No,
X?
honestly, I didn't read up there. I just looking straight at 1, evaluate X 4. Then
No,
I
that's why you got to read, Mercedes. You got to read
yeah,
instructions.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this, because that's why I said here, evaluate an expression means to substitute a number for the variable in the expression. So X plus 4 when X equal -3 means you put the -3 for the X. And that's what I did here. So a -3 plus a 4, you subtract, and the answer is plus because what? The bigger number has a plus. Absolute value.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes. One
Okay.
second, Barbara, return this call.
Maureen, number 2.
That is there, 15 minus y. Then y is equals to -5. Okay, so
So,
I added, and it says 20, right?
okay.
-5.
Okay, you took the 15 minus y. Let's put that here. Okay, that's equal to,
Minus,
okay. Okay, so that's 15 minus, and that was a -5, right?
mhm,
What did you say you got, Maureen?
20.
Very good. Excellent. Because the minus gives you a
Mhm,
plus, and the 5 and the 15, plus 5 and the 15 gives you 20. Okay. Mercedes, are you there?
Yes, Miss Barbara, that's an important call. I'm making a return.
Okay, so,
All right.
so
Just
are
give
you
me
back or you there?
no, I'm coming back. Give me a minute, please.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Let's continue here. Okay. Okay, simplify. Now I want you to simplify these. Now you have some n's here, variables, and simplify means you want to get all like terms together.
Mhm.
So Maureen, do number 3. Tell me what you get.
Okay, I will leave the 4. I will put the 50n under the 4n, right?
But you've got a parenthesis here. Don't
Yeah.
you have to multiply this out? Yes? No?
4 fours is 16, right?
That's right. You got to multiply
4
a
fours
number
is 16.
outside the parentheses by everything that's in the parentheses, right?
Mhm.
Let's get rid of that.
So we say 4 fours
Okay.
is 16
So
plus 1
4,
is 17.
4. Okay. So you got 16
Plus 1.
in, right? What's 4 times 1?
4.
4. And you've got a minus 15 in.
Yeah.
What does that give you, Maureen?
A 5 plus 5.
16 in plus 4 minus 15 in. What does that give you?
It's a 16 and 4 is 20.
Maureen, this is an n. This is a 4. You can't add the variables with the number.
Oh, I see.
Remember, we're combining like terms. And so
Uh-huh.
you can combine the n's.
Uh-huh.
And if you had another constant, you could combine it with a 4. But when
Uh,
you simplify, you're combining like terms. Combine like terms. All right.
so
So
we try to drop 15 from 16.
yes, because they both end, right? So this would, let me just write this here. You could put it underneath or you can put it horizontal. Okay. Okay.
You
So
have to put it
16 minus 15 n, that would be what, Maureen?
1.
1
1
n,
A.
1 n, and we carry our 4. That would be your answer. Okay, combine like terms. So you can combine the n's, everything that has an n or a like terms, and then the constant just stays by itself.
Okay.
Questions?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm okay, Miss.
Let's take another one here. Let me just, I'll change the numbers. I want you to do this one. Okay. Okay. Now simplify. This is 2. 5. Okay. And that would be plus 3. And this is a S 25S and plus 10. Okay. Do that one. Tell me your answer.
Okay. You said 2 5 is 10.
No, work it
S.
out and just give me your final answer.
Okay.
Do it in your mind.
Huh?
Do it in your mind.
Okay. So that way doing it all the time in my money. Okay. 2. And oh boy, I got the points.
Maureen, you have an answer?
Well,
You have an answer?
I'm gonna give you an answer in a minute.
Mercedes, you have an answer?
Yes, Miss.
What is your answer?
15S plus 16.
Okay. You said 15 S plus 16. Let's see what Maureen gets.
Well, yes, is for 3. I get 15S plus 13.
30.
And both of those answers are incorrect.
What?
How come? You multiply 2 by 5, right? It's 10.
Okay,
And
Maureen.
two threes is 6. Okay, and then bring them down. And then you say, you said 25. You have to subtract 10 from 25S.
It's
So
15
it's 15S.
Okay, so you got 10S,
plus 3,
2 times 3,
6.
6. This can be
6.
3. And 6 and 10 is 16.
Okay.
And then it's plus 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus 10.
A minus 25S and a 10S is a minus 15S,
Yeah, minus 15S.
not a plus. Still
Oh.
getting those signs mixed up, Mercedes.
Then you
You
add,
do, Maureen, right?
Oh,
10S
yes, it's a minus 15.
plus a
Okay.
minus, you got to subtract.
Yeah.
right.
Bigger number
Yes.
has a negative, so
Okay.
minus 15S plus 16.
Yeah.
That's all I get wrong. Yes, it's a minus 15S plus 16.
Not 15S, different, right?
Wait a minute. Are you saying it's not 16, miss?
No, I'm saying the 15S is incorrect. It's a negative.
Yeah, yes, I say it.
You said 15S plus 16. Maureen said
No,
15S plus 13.
yes, but after you did, I'm agreeing with you. I said yes.
Yeah, I know, but why did you have a plus?
No, it's just to divide the 16 and the 15, but I forgot to put the negative sign in front behind.
No, those things you don't forget if you know the rules. When you're adding plus and minus, Mercedes, what do? What operation?
Say that again, miss?
When you're adding a plus and a minus,
That's a subtraction.
that's a subtraction. And what determines the sign of the answer?
The same sign at the bigger number, so it's
No, the number with the bigger absolute value. And that's the 25.
yes, that's what I'm saying, miss.
Yeah,
It
but
says
see, well, look at it this way. You have a plus 10 minus 25. The one that's the biggest is the 25. So, or
yes,
you look
I
at it this
agree.
way, you have more negatives than positives. So your difference has to be negative, right?
Yes, that's what I say. That's what I'm saying, miss. I agree.
Okay. Just be careful with the signs. That's why I'm going over this readiness part before we get to the addition, subtraction. Okay? Remember your signs. Plus, plus gives plus, adding. Negative, negative gives negative.
Miss is
Plus,
like
minus is based on which you have the most of, or the bigger absolute value. The bigger absolute value sign would be the sign of your answer.
it's just like Miss just anxious to see the answer. I just forgot to put on the sign to the 15.
But Mercedes, I'm telling you, don't forget that means whether you get it wrong or right. That's a
Yeah.
big difference, right?
Yes, I agree.
Because remember when you have these multiple choices, they put a plus in there for the
Yes.
ones who make the mistake with the sign rules, right?
Yes.
So be really careful. That's why I'm going over this. So just reviewing your sign rules, right?
Mhm.
Reviewing how you combine the like terms, like Maureen was trying to combine a constant with a constant with the coefficient and a variable. But the like terms mean they all would have to have the same variable, right? Now I want to give you another one to do like that. Okay, let's see. All right, let me give you this one. Okay. 3p plus 4 times minus 8p minus 7. Okay. Okay. Minus 10p plus 6. Okay, I want you to do that one. Combining your like terms and give me your answer.
Ouch. Ouch.
Any answers?
1 sec, miss.
Maureen, how you doing?
I'm trying to figure out.
Remember PEMDAS, you're gonna do your parenthesis first, right? Mercedes, how you doing?
Okay.
You have an answer?
Yes, miss.
What is your answer?
What is this now? Negative 45p
You
plus
have negative 4, 5p. Okay.
plus negative 22.
You have a negative 22.
Yes.
Maureen, what did you get?
I get nothing yet. Once again, I figured out mine first. I multiply the 4 by the minus 8, right?
Okay, let me
And I get 32.
okay, let me just put this on the other side. Okay, when you multiplied it out, let me just put here. Okay, now when you multiplied it out, what did you get? Did you get an answer? Maureen, you have an
No,
answer?
no.
Okay, what happened?
I messed up a little bit.
Did you multiply the number 4 by what is in parentheses?
I multiply the 4 by the 8, I get 32.
Plus or minus?
A plus.
Plus times minus gives negative.
Oh, where is it? You got them. Yeah, minus.
So what would it be, Maureen?
Minus 32.
Minus 32p. And then the 4 plus 4 times a minus 7, what do you get?
4 times a minus 7 is 28.
Plus or minus?
Minus 28.
Okay, plus times minus gives you minus. Okay, so minus 28. Okay, and then you've got what? Then you just bring down your 10 minus 10p plus 6. All right.
Uh-huh.
Now you can combine all your p's. And what do you get, Maureen, when you combine your p's?
Okay.
3p minus 32p minus 10p. What do you get?
Okay. Minus 10p.
Minus, you got a 3p
Yeah.
minus 32p minus 10p. What does that give you for the p's?
For 32 and 3 is 35, right? And 10 is 45. Right?
Wait a minute.
32.
Add that again, Maureen.
32 and 3 is 35.
That's a plus.
Uh,
When you add a plus and a minus, what do you get?
oh, the subtract.
So what do you get?
29p.
Plus or minus?
Minus.
Okay, so you said minus 29p. Okay. Minus
Plus 28.
28 minus 10p plus 6.
Minus 10p
Okay,
plus 6.
okay. So combine the p's. What do you get?
29 and 10 is 39.
Plus or minus?
Minus
Minus 39p. Okay, combine your constants. What do you get?
then is plus 28.
Minus
Minus
28
28
plus 6. What does that give you?
plus 6. Minus and a plus is over. 22. 22.
Plus or minus?
Minus.
Okay. Now, Mercedes, how did you get 45p?
Because I make an error. I have minus 32 and plus 3p minus 10p.
I
So
don't hear you.
I'm sorry. Let me see
You
if my
had
volume is
one?
down. Okay, I was saying, because I put them together, I have minus 32p plus 3p minus 10p.
And what does that give you?
I made an error. I should have subtracted the 3 from the 32 first, then add the 10 to the 30 to the
Or
bottom.
you could have added the 32p and the 10p and got a minus 42p and then added the 3p.
Yeah, so I'm just like almost getting. But I see my arrow.
Maureen, a minus 32p and a minus 10p is a minus 42p. And this would be a 39, right?
Yeah. So the answer is 39p.
It's 29, then it's 39. Got 29 and 10 is 39.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a 39.
Yeah.
Well, No, you did it in steps. You did the 3p minus 32p and got
Yeah.
29. Then the
Yeah.
29 minus 10, you got the 39. But you
Yeah.
could have, Mercedes, you could have combined your negatives, 32 and the 10. That would be a minus 42 plus 3, and you've got the 39p minus 39.
Yeah, and then subtract.
All right. So you took your signs, you took your 3p as a negative,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I see my arrow.
You
Yes,
see your error?
yes.
Okay.
Before she even finished, I see it.
All
Correct.
right. Yeah, that's why I went through it with Maureen. Once you gave me your answer, I said you took the 3p and,
Add it to it.
well, you added as a negative,
Mm-hmm.
not a positive. But remember, the default is the plus, right?
Yes.
Questions? Watch those signs, okay? Now, if it's easier for you to put them underneath each other, you could have taken all your p's and then just put them underneath each other.
I did that, but I made an error.
Okay, yeah, because some prefer that versus putting them horizontal. I tend to do mine horizontal, but you do what's best for you. All right. All right. Let's do. We have okay. Translate into algebra 5 less than x. What would that be, Mercedes?
Translate into algebra.
5 is less than x. Remember, I said when you say less, you're subtracting. So what would that be?
5 would be the difference of x. What's it?
What would it be?
X would be the difference of 5.
Oh, just tell me what to write.
Translate.
5 is less than x.
5 is less than, that means 5 is the difference of x. No, 5 is less than x.
5 is less. That means you're subtracting 5. What are you subtracting
Yeah.
5 from?
From a number.
And the number is x. So what would be the answer?
So the answer would be x.
And what follows the x?
Difference? No. I'm mixing up this one, Miss Barbara.
Maybe Maureen. Can you help her out, Maureen?
Or x minus 5.
That's it. Very good. That's
So,
it.
what's the
X minus 5.
What's the difference, miss? I thought you asked me for the words. I'm used to do it. Look at
No, she said translate into
Translate into
algebra.
algebra. And I gave you
5
the
is less
verbal.
than x.
5 is less than x is the verbal, Mercedes.
Oh,
And you want to translate that to the algebraic expression. Got it?
so when I say x is the difference of 5 is wrong.
No, 5 is less than x means to subtract 5 from a variable x.
Okay.
Subtract 5 from the variable x. You got it? Remember I said when you say number is less than, that means you're subtracting that number from something.
Okay.
Okay? So 5 less than x means 5 subtracted from the variable x. You got it?
Yes.
Okay. Now I've got another evaluate for you. That means substituting for the variable. Okay, now do this first one. Tell me what you get. When n equals a minus 5, what is n plus 1? When n is equal minus 5, what is minus n plus 1? So what would number 1 be? I'll say this.
When n equals -5.
Okay, so we substitute for the n, the -5. What do you get? What's the answer?
6
Minus
-6.
5 plus 1. What's that equal to, Melanie?
6 -6.
No, subtract.
4, 4.
-4.
I don't understand that.
Mercedes, you're still getting the signs mixed up. No,
Miss,
go ahead.
I thought 5 is coming from something. That's what balance is, a 5.
No, when n is equal to a -5, this is a substitution where you see the n, put a -5, and then combine it with the 1. Unlike signs, you subtract. So the 1 from the -5 is a 4. The bigger number has a negative, so -4.
That's not what I misunderstood. I understand what you do there now, but I'm thinking that when n equal -5,
Evaluate this number 1. So for the n, put a -5. N plus 1 is -5. When n equals -1, evaluate.
okay.
Evaluate is substituting for the variable.
So if I put a -5 there,
For the n,
mhm,
add it to the 1, and what do you get, Mercedes?
4.
Yeah, you get a 4, and it's negative because the bigger
The n is
number
negative, and
has a
the 1
negative.
is yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Now do the same for number 2. What do you get for number 2 when it's a -n, right?
what do you substitute it now?
So this would be minus n plus 1. What's that equal to, Mercedes?
It's equal to -5. 4 negative. I just can't get this new style.
No,
Yeah, minus
you got
5.
a minus,
That's 5.
and then you got a -5. You got a minus on the sign, right? So -5 plus 1.
Plus
What does that
1.
equal to, Mercedes?
That's -4.
What do you get, Maureen?
I get minus and a -4.
Minus is a plus.
Yeah.
5 plus a 1 is a
It's
6.
6. Yeah.
I was gonna say 6 because I do it. The first one I do it like that and it's 6 in my mind. Now when I get 6.
Yes, because minus gives you
The
plus.
plus.
And so the
Minus and a plus
5
give you a
and 1
minus.
give you 6.
Oh, okay. So the 1 become minus, and the 5 is already minus. Oh, I got you.
Yeah, see the minus, it says minus n, right? So that's that minus.
So n
But
is 1.
okay, but we
Okay.
substituting a -5. So there's that minus.
Yeah.
Minus is plus. 5 plus 1,
Plus 1
6.
is 6.
Got it?
So you're saying that the n was -1?
No, it's a minus. It's a -5.
You
And
substitute
it's a
minus
minus,
5.
minus.
Go ahead, Maureen, explain.
Yes, please. She may understand you better than me.
You substituting the -5 for the n in both number 1 and number 2. In number 2, you have
oh, I see it. Plus, so
minus n plus 1. So you have the minus here, and then you put the -5.
In parentheses.
Because you got a minus. Minus in this expression, and then a minus for what you're substituting. You got it, Mercedes?
I think so. I'm sure it's
Minus n plus 1. n equal -5. So for the n, you put the -5, but you
Because
already
Miss,
have the minus in this expression.
yeah, because where the equal you say you have after +1 equal minus. I don't see a 1 there, so I'm sort of confused. Where do you get the
Uh,
1? That one over
The
there.
one right here,
Yeah.
well,
You said
it's right here.
+1. Okay.
Minus n plus 1. I just took this expression and substitute my -5 for the n, and then the +1 was already there. So when I
Okay.
add the +5 and the 1, I get a 6. Got it?
Okay. Yes, Miss Robert.
Okay, now do this one. Okay. Let's see what, okay, we got one more there. Okay. Substitute, evaluate 20 minus z. Z is 12. So put 12 for z and solve number 1 and number 2. Okay, minus z. First do it for z equals 12, and then do it for z equal -12. Tell me what you get. That's the math. What's the first one?
20
Sam.
minus z
Yeah.
equals to 12.
That's -8.
Z is 12.
Yeah.
So 20 minus 12
Uh,
equal 8,
uh,
right? That's your
yeah.
answer,
Yeah.
Yes.
because you put plus 12. Now put the -12 in, right? You still have 20 minus z. So now you got 20 minus z. Now put the -12 in. So that would be 20 minus a minus 12. There we go. Put the -12 in. What's that equal to, Mercedes?
That equal to a -32.
Minus minus is what?
Plus 32.
Yes, because that's 12 plus 20. Just gives you
Yeah.
32. Right? Because minus minus is plus.
Yes.
So 20 plus 12,
And it's
32.
32.
You got it?
Yes.
Okay. So when we say evaluate, we substituting in for the variable.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, what you've been doing is
Yeah.
using what we call the distributive property, where you multiply what's outside parentheses by what's inside the parentheses, right? So what when you say distribute, you take this 2 here, distribute it to the x and to the 3. And then, so these are the steps you've been doing. Distribute, multiply, combine the like terms.
Okay.
All right, so that's, let's see. Okay, I've just got 2 more for you to do right here. Number 1, 17 more than y. And number 2, 9 less than 9x squared. So, Maureen, what do you get for number 1?
17 more than y.
Yes. What's the expression?
You want the more than signs, or
No, this is not inequalities.
or it's 17 plus y?
More than y. That means you're adding the 17.
Yeah.
So what would be the answer, Maureen?
Or y plus 17.
That's it. Y plus 17. Very good. That's it. Y plus 17. 17 more than y. That means you're
Thank you,
adding 17 to the
Oh,
y. Mercedes, is that what you got?
I didn't do this. I'm just watching to see if it's
17 more than. That means you more than is adding, right?
so y is
So you take the y variable and add 17.
Oh, you say it again. You say what? Y plus 17. Oh,
Yes, y plus
continue,
17.
Maureen, continue.
Continue,
funny.
Mel. Don't worry, Mercedes.
The funny Mercy.
Okay, Mercedes. What's number 2?
Oh boy.
9 less than 9x squared.
9x squared.
Remember, the 9 less means you're subtracting the 9. So
yeah.
what would we write here?
9x squared minus y. There's no y there.
Where are you
9, she said it's 9, and 9.
9x squared says.
No, 9 less than 9x squared.
Oh, 9x squared. What would I write, Mercedes?
Minus. I don't know what to write. I'm just gonna write 9x squared minus.
9x squared minus, and what would I write? So far, so good. What goes next?
I don't know.
It's 9 less than.
How do you 9?
9, Mercy. 9 less than.
9 less than 9.
So what is his number? His number is 9, N-I-N-E 9.
I know it's N-I-N-E.
So Maureen, what should you put there?
A
Beside
9.
The 9. That's it.
9.
There's 9 less than that.
Oh Lord.
F is like 10 less than, 2 less than, 3 less
Yes,
than.
that's
That's
it.
right,
Remember,
Maureen.
when you have a number and you say lesser, you subtracting that number. So Maureen is absolutely right. You're going to subtract the
same
9 from the 9x squared.
So just put back the same 9. Oh.
Yeah, but you
It's
can't
not
put
the
7.
same 9. It's this
have to put-
9.
You have to put 9, like you said 7.
9, the word, like Maureen was telling you, the word 9 is the number
9 less
9.
than.
Yeah, okay.
So you can't put 6, or you can't put 7. Because 7, they don't spell like 9.
Thank you, Maureen.
All right, thank you.
Mercy, you must have had a brandy today, man.
I had a bad week, trust me.
You had a brandy today with some ice, I think.
Okay, this
Ready?
was just the readiness part. I want to see if we're ready to go to the adding and subtracting. Well, let's just see. Let's just see. Let me go to the adding and subtracting. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, that was just to see if you're ready to do the adding and subtraction.
No, you got to do one first.
Okay. Now, yes, we'll do some. Okay. Now,
Determine
we're
whether
doing some algebra problems using addition and subtraction. Okay. Now, the first one, determine whether x equals 3/2 is a solution of 4x minus 2 equal 2x plus 1. So what we can do is just substitute that 3/2 in for the x and see if we get the same thing on the left as we got on the right. So let's just take this. Okay, we'll do this one together. Okay. Okay, let's just put that here. Okay. Now, so what you will do is where you see the x, we want to put the 3/2. So this becomes 4 times 3/2, right? Minus 2. Substitution like we did before, except it's a fraction. All right. And 2 times 3/2. Plus 1. Okay. Now 4 times 3/2 is what? Anybody?
3 halves.
4 times 3 halves. Multiply 4 times in the numerator and divide by the denominator. What do you get, Maureen? 4 times 3 divided by 2.
4 times 3 is 12, 6.
Okay, 6. Very good. Okay. So we have 6 minus 2. Now go to the next one. Mercedes, what's 2 times 3 halves?
Where
2
we go?
times 3 divided by 2.
That would be 6.
2 times 3, and that
6.
result divided by 2. 2 times 3 is 6. What's 6 divided by 2, Mercedes?
3.
3, okay. And then we put plus 1. Are they equal? What's 6 minus 2, Mercedes?
4.
4. Very good. What's 3 plus 1?
4.
4. So we know that that's a solution because the right side equals to the left side.
Okay.
You got it?
Mm.
Determine whether x equals 3 halves is a solution. If they didn't come out equal, then we know 3 halves is not a solution for the x. Got it?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Now, let's go to this one. We have the same kind of problem. Okay. I want you to do this one. Is y equal 4/3 a solution of 2y plus 2 equals 6y plus 3? So where you see a y, put in the 4/3. And what would be your answer? Is it a solution or is it not? So I'll put it in there for you. You can calculate it. Okay, this will be 4/3. Right, for the y. And here, this is 4/3. Okay.
9 times 4 is 32.
Is it a solution?
Yeah.
It is, Maureen?
Yeah.
What about you, Mercedes? Is it a solution?
Not yet, miss. I'm just looking at it.
Maureen, 9 times 4 is what?
36.
And 36 divided by 3 is what?
12.
Okay, so 12 plus 2. Let's go to the right. 6 times 4 is what?
24.
24 divided by 3,
Is it
8. Are those equal?
No.
Maureen, are they equal?
let me see. No, because it got a 3 plus 3.
Not equal.
Well, not equal, yeah, because 3
That's
is
it.
3, yeah.
You got 14. And this is I'll just put not equal.
Yeah.
11. Not equal is
Oh, you could get the
equal with a slash. Okay.
yeah.
So that means y equal 4/3 is not
Equal.
a solution.
Not a solution, yeah.
Okay, because that's what we ask. Is it a solution? No.
No.
Got it?
Yeah.
Mercedes, you okay?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Okay. Now I want you to solve. These are additions. I think most of them are addition. Y plus 37 equals a minus 13. How would you solve for y?
What's that?
Let me see. There's okay, let me figure out this.
We're just doing the addition subtraction. We won't get to multiplication division today. Just addition and subtraction. Okay, Maureen, you got your y?
I will leave the one how it is.
What is y?
Let's see.
What would you do here? This is a adding, right? So you subtract 37 from both sides, right?
Yeah.
Subtract
37 from both sides.
37 from both sides. Okay. And what would that give you?
Okay, that would give me, let's see, 3 from some of these 4.
Just put it there. Subtract the 37 on the left.
Yeah. And the 27 from the right.
37 on the right. So
Yeah.
this minus 37. So, Maureen, what's your answer?
24?
Oh,
Yep.
minus
Yeah.
minus gives minus.
Yeah.
Minus,
No.
minus?
Minus
Where?
a minus, be a minus. It's a
So
minus
what's the answer?
24.
Oh,
Minus
Lord.
what?
20. It take away 13 from 37,
no,
right?
minus.
A plus.
You
40.
add it, you get a minus. So
Yeah.
what's the answer, Maureen?
40.
Oh, 50.
Minus 50.
50?
Oh, yeah, I forget it's a minus. I figured it was a plus, you know.
Oh, you don't-
Minus.
I know, yeah, minus a plus.
Oh,
Minus,
yeah.
and minus plus is a subtraction. I know.
I didn't care my one.
Well, if you put, you can check it. If you put a minus 50 and add a 37, don't you get a minus 13?
Yeah.
That's why you know it's correct. Right?
Uh,
Mercedes, did you get that?
Yes, Miss Barbara. I almost get it wrong, but I got it.
Very good. And you can, like I say, you can always go back and check it. If you put that minus 50 for the Y, add that to 37, you subtract and you get a
What
negative.
my hands is get so tired sometimes. She said, oh, this day you studying for me? I write off all that in the book. Yeah. But when everything you said, I write off in the book. And then I do write off before I work last, yeah.
Mhm.
X plus 16 equal minus 34. What is X?
What's that?
Solve this for X.
X is 16.
What?
Huh?
It is 34, Maureen.
Huh?
You're going to subtract the 16 from both sides. What do you get, Maureen?
32.
What do you get?
No, I'm telling her that's not 32, it's 34.
What's the answer?
16.
How are you getting 16, Maureen?
Oh,
That's what I told you, it's
6
34.
and 14.
What's the answer, Mercedes?
You do it, miss.
18.
No.
If you subtract 18,
Subtract 16 from both sides. What do you
yeah,
get? What do you get, Maureen?
16 is 16. So you get X, right?
Wait a minute. Subtract 16 from both sides. What's
Yeah.
a minus 34 and a minus 16, Maureen?
A minus and a minus is a plus.
No.
A minus
I
and
didn't
a
say
minus.
multiply. A minus you add. So a
Right.
minus 16 and a minus 34 gives what?
50.
Minus 50.
Uh-huh.
That what you got, Mercedes?
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Yeah, subtract the 16 from both sides.
Yeah.
Minus 16 minus 34 gives minus 50. Got it?
Uh-huh.
All right. Number 5. What's the answer?
Number 5.
What is A equal to?
20 minus 28. Right?
No, you've got to add 28 to both sides, Maureen.
One is 56. Right? 28 is 56.
A plus 28 and a minus 37 gives what?
A minus and a plus. That is 8.
Mercedes, you have an answer?
28. 8.
We have
Mercedes,
minus-
answer?
Yes, miss. Yes,
What's the
miss.
answer?
Minus 65.
No.
I
We have-
got minus 19.
We have minus, Miss, we have minus 28 and minus 37. And if you add to both sides, minus and minus make it that number.
Subtract, Mercedes.
Oh, I forgot to sleep. It changes the sign. Sorry. Let me do it over.
You
I forgot to change
you
sign.
adding the 28 to both sides. So you've got a minus
Yes.
37 and a plus 28. What does that give you, Mercedes?
You said, yeah. Say that again, please.
You add 28 to both sides, right?
65.
So you just get 8.
So you
No, you subtract, Maureen.
Right.
So
If you
minus
subtract then
37 and plus 28 give you what?
19.
No.
It's subtracting.
What's 28 from 37?
9, not 19, Maureen.
9.
9.
9.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
minus 9.
Oh, yeah, 9.
37 the biggest and there's a negative.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
So these are addition, subtraction. But just remember now, if you adding and you want to solve for your variable, you've got to subtract
Mm.
both sides, right? Do the same on both
Yeah.
sides. Same here, subtract the 16. Okay.
Mm.
Here, add the 28, because that's a subtraction, right?
Yeah.
So the opposite is addition. Add the 28, you left with just 8, just the A variable. 28 plus minus 37, you subtract. That gives you the 9. The sign is negative. The bigger number has the negative. Bigger number absolute value. Or another way, you have more negative than positive. Questions? Mercedes, you okay?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Now, here's a fraction. How would you solve this one? P minus 2/3 equal 5/6. Now, 2/3 is how many sixths?
2/3.
Yes, how many is what number over 6?
And 2/3 is 2/6.
Oh,
No.
that's 1/3.
6.
So it says 1/3 because 3 times 2 makes 6.
Mm. 2/3.
2/3 is what number over 6? You multiply 2 by 3, get 6. Multiply 2 by 2, you get 4. So that's 4/6.
4/6 is
Okay, so that's 4/6. So that 2/3 becomes
4/6.
4/6. Now you can combine them because you got
You got a 4/6.
this would then be 4/6. Let's just put the 4 here. And let me underline this. And put the 6. Now you can see your answer, right?
Yeah.
Can you see your answer? What would be your answer, Mercedes?
5 and 6.
What would be the answer?
5, 6.
No. Add the 4/6 to both sides, right? Add 4/6, 4/6 to both sides. What do you get, Mercedes, when you do that? What would P be equal to?
9/6.
That's it. Very good. Excellent. You got that, Maureen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just add the numerators because the
Yeah.
same denominator. Add the 4/6 to both sides. 4 plus 5 is 9. Your answer is 9/6. Or 3/2. Right? If you had to simplify it, it would be 3/2. Questions? Now with one more, I want you to do with a decimal.
Oh boy.
Okay. Solve n. You got n minus 0.63 equal minus 4.2. Solve that for n. What do you do to both sides, Mercedes? What do you add?
I think you add
0.6.
0.63. That's right. Add
Thank you.
0.63 to both sides. Now do that.
Okay.
All right. Now remember, you got a negative there.
Oh, and this one. Let's see, 6, 3. And 8, 4.8.
Everybody got an answer? What is n?
N is equal to negative point.
What's it
Sorry,
equal to? Negative what?
4.83. Am I
No.
right? Wait a minute, miss. Where did I get this from?
What did you get, Maureen?
6.5. I did. I see.
I know. I add both sides, right?
Mhm.
So
So a minus 4.2 plus a 0.63. What do you get? You know it's
I
a
get
minus because the 4
I
minus
get
4.2.
5.
Okay, let me.
What do you get?
I get 1.05.
No, 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 no.
What's that?
You're subtracting.
Oh,
Minus 4.2 plus a 0.63.
okay.
You should get minus 3.57. That should be your answer. Did you get that?
Hold on. 0.2. Okay. So is
Minus 4.2 and 0.63. Subtract that. Don't you get 3.57? And it's negative because this number is negative, the bigger number. Questions? Mercedes, did you get that?
Oh, you still
no.
should put it in the calculator, miss.
Well, the negative you can put in the calculator, right?
Yeah.
Down at the bottom, your last row, right next to the enter, there's a negative.
4.2,
So when
right?
you put in a negative number, you press that negative, then put the number, 4.2, and then add the 0.63, and then your answer will come out negative. Mercedes, did you do that?
No, miss, because I have my. Hold on.
Okay. Do you see that negative symbol down there next to the enter?
I'm sorry, miss, because I don't have my calculator in my hand. To my hand.
How did you say it, Miss Barbara?
Huh?
Huh?
How did you say it
Well, on the calculator?
on the board here that you put? Where you
Okay,
put?
okay, let me just put it here, because you could do it on the calculator, but let me just put it here. Here's what you'd have. You'd have a minus 4.2,
Uh-huh.
and underneath it, you have,
Uh-huh.
let's put the 0.63. 0.63. And I'll just
Yeah.
put a 0 here, so, okay, there we go. And then you draw your line underneath here. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're going to subtract, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me just.
3 from 10 is 7. 7 from 12 is 5. Oh, I see, yeah.
See it, right?
Yeah, I didn't do my different.
Then 3 from 10 is 7.
Yeah.
Let's put it here. Okay,
Um,
that's a 7, right? So that's a 7. 6 from 11 is 5. There's your 5,
uh,
right?
1 from 4 is 3.
Okay, and then put your decimal here.
Yeah.
Decimal. And bring my 7 over, and then 0 from 3 because we borrowed, right? And that would be a 3 right here. And it will be a negative because your bigger number is negative. You got more negative
Yeah.
than positive. So that would be your answer.
Okay.
Mercedes, you get it? Did you put it in your calculator? You can
No,
do it
Mr.
just like I
Sir.
did here, or you can put it in your calculator. You can
Yeah,
put the negative sign.
yeah, I understand what you did.
Did you see that
Yeah, I
negative
understand.
sign that I told you about?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
Mr.
you put that negative and put 4.20, then hit plus to add and put the 0.63, and you'll
Yeah.
get a negative 3.57.
Yes,
Got it?
yes, Miss Barbara.
Any questions? So we'll stop here, but we will just we just did add and subtracting, all right? And simplify by getting our terms together and evaluate by substituting for a variable. So I think you should be able to do those operations. You should be able to solve for using the addition or subtraction. So there will be problems just like the ones we went over, like here, okay? And the evaluating where you substitute in for the variable and then solve, and then combining the like terms, okay? Any
Okay.
questions on anything we've gone over?
Not right now, Miss. I review.
Okay.